Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're doing a live discussion of Indiana Jones. So I'm going to be doing um, non-spoiler, and then I'll do a spoiler. So let's get into it. So it's an action adventure film. This was directed by James Mangold, and it's the fifth and final installment in Indiana Jones franchise. And it's Harrison Ford's fifth and final portrayal of the archaeologist Indiana Jones. This also stars Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Antonio Banderas, John Rhys Davies, Toby Jones, Boyd Holbrook, um, Ethan Isidore, Mads Mikkelsen, and um, I thought it was good. I thought the action was good. Um, I thought that the action was good, specifically Harrison Ford and um, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I thought they were good. Um, so yes, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I love the action. Um, I didn't think the CGI was a problem. I love the action in there. The music by John Williams, which I don't know if this might be his last movie. I don't know. He's scoring, but yeah. So I love the action. I thought it was great, and I think this is much better than Kingdom of Crystal Skull. I did not like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Um. So yeah. Um. So yeah. So now a lot of people are hating this movie. And I thought it was good. This is by Dave. I was looking forward to because James Mangold would do. He did Ford v Ferrari, did the Wolverine Logan, so I was looking forward to what he was going to do with Indiana Jones, and it was a good movie. I think it's a good send off to Indiana Jones. Um, so yeah, I think it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. So yeah. So I enjoyed it. I like Indiana Jones. Raiders is my favorite one. I love Last Crusade, Temple of Doom above good. Kingdom of Crystal Skull is not my favorite one. But I think this one is much better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but it's not better than the original three. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. Now I saw this on Wednesday. Now I was actually supposed to do a review on this yesterday, but I forgot to do it, so I'm doing it today. And so yeah. Um, so now that that's pretty much done. I thought Mads Mikkelsen was good as the villain, and yeah. So now let's get into the spoilers. So this is for those of you who who haven't seen, don't watch this part of the video. So now let's get into it. So um, basically, in 1944, World War II, Indiana Jones and his colleague Basil archaeologists are captured by Nazis while attempting to retrieve it, and basically they get a noose and they hang him, and then she basically fall basically he was able to get out of the and then him and Basil Shaw, they on the train. You have this massive train sequence. I love that for this choreography. The not choreo, cinematography was good. And you have Mads Mikkelsen as who's Mads Mikkelsen? Judge and Voller, he was good. And he has a dial of destiny. He has the dial, and then they have to steal the dial. They do, and then they jump off the train, and then they end up in the water, and then and so yeah. Oh, and then it goes to 1969, where he separated from his wife Marion. Um, After their son Mutt had died during the Vietnam War. And Mutt doesn't come back in this. So for those of you wondering, no, he does not show up in this, which I think it was obvious that Shia LaBeouf wouldn't come back, given how he has been through legal troubles. But I don't think that's the reason they didn't bring him back. I just feel like they didn't need to bring him back because I just feel like there was no point. And I really did not like him in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So it made sense that they basically kill him off screen, which I mean I don't really care for Mutt, to be honest. So so basically what happens is he's being pushed into retirement at Hunter College. He's approached at a bar by Helena Shaw, played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who's Basil's daughter and John's godchild, who herself is an archaeology student, treasure hunter. And they basically have to go find the dial. And then they find the dial, and basically these people, um, you have the judge and there's other people they look for the dial, and then basically They find it, but then Helena pretty much escapes with the doll. So she wanted to sell it at a black market auction. So he leaves Jones, and then they go through a parade, and this is whole sequence, and then basically there Jones goes to Tanja in Morocco, and prevents Helena from selling the first part of the doll at an auction. And they find out that it's basically two parts. So Helen had the first part. They have to look for the second part. And basically, Voila arrives and his men arrive to steal the doll, forcing Jones, Helena, and her sidekick Teddy. They have to go in an auto rickshaw, and you get this massive sequence. And then Helena has an ex-wife again. No, not ex-wife. Sorry, ex-husband called Raheem. And then you have this whole chase with all of them. And I actually liked it. I thought it was great. The way it was filmed, it was good. I enjoyed it. So that's it. So they end up in Greece, where they basically meet Ronaldo, played by Antonio Banderas, and they basically get on the boat, and they have to go into the sea to retrieve a tablet from the Aegean Sea, and basically they find it, and then basically Voy comes back and then tries to get the tablet. And he kills Ronaldo, and I thought Antonio Banderas was good. I was kind of pissed they killed him off. I was like, they're wasting Antonio Banderas, and so they find the second and final piece. Vola captures Jones, reassembles the doll, and Roses Panther transfer back. Italians then kill Adolf Hitler in the hopes that better leadership will rise in the journey to victory in the war. And then it sneaks aboard Vola's plane before it takes off. Basically, they have to they steal the tablet and they go into this cave, and then they basically get Teddy. Vola gets Teddy, and then Teddy escapes, and then basically Jones gets shot, and then they get on and they basically take Indiana Jones, and then they get on the plane, and then basically what happens is Helena sneaks onto Vola's plane, and then Teddy pursues them, finds another plane, where he's unknowingly accomplished there was a sleeping pilot on the plane, or Teddy's one. But Vola fails to take the continental drift, and iteration, and the fission time instead leads to 2.212 BC in the sage of Syracuse. Jones hung a parachute from the plane as it's shot down by the projectiles fired by one. Vola and his men die in the shooting plane crash. Gravely, and the Jones begs Helena to leave him behind, allow him to become part of ancient history, but Helena refuses. And basically, he meets some people, Romans, fearing the possibility of catastrophic time paradox. Archimedes himself arrives. So yeah. So having emerged from the water to investigate, Archimedes returns to the version of the doll they brought from the future before Helena. So basically, Helena just knocks Jones out, and they return him to 1969 aboard Teddy's ship. And then basically, Indiana Jones wakes in his apartment, reuniting with Helena, Teddy, and Salah, and his grandchildren. Salah comes back, played by John Rhys Davies. He was in Raiders, and he was also in Last Crusade. And then basically, Marion comes. So Marion shows up at the end, played by Karen Allen. The last time we saw her was in King of the Crystal Skull, which was in Raiders. She appears briefly at the end, and she reconsiders Jones. And the others leave. For ice cream. Jones and Marion remembers about past conversation, before they kiss, and that's pretty much it. And then you have a shot of them outside, a fan of them going ice cream. Then you see the Indiana Jones's hat in the. I forgot to mention the hat. He doesn't. He uses the hat. He doesn't. I think he uses the whip twice. He's on the train. He used it at the auction, and they're seeing the auction with all the people. And basically, they're pointing their guns at. It was you could see it was in the trailer. It was in the Indiana Jones. It was in the trailer, and yeah, his hat is on the fishing line, and then he basically picks his hat. And then it ends, and then that's pretty much it. Then you have the iconic music by John Williams, which they play throughout the movie. and I thought it was good. I thought it was a good send off. It's much better send off than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull because I just did not like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So yeah, have 5 Indiana Jones movies. The last one. I don't know what they do in Indiana Jones. They were going to do a TV show on Disney Plus, but they canceled it so because they could focus on Star Wars. But I wouldn't mind if they do one with Chris Pratt or so. I don't know if it will happen now, but it's clear this is the last one. This is the last Indiana Jones movie we're not getting. Um, a sixth one. Harrison Ford is 80, so he's not going to do another one. Um, so so yeah. Indiana Jones. I love Indiana Jones. I'm happy we got another film because it's been 15 years since Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and they did nothing with the IP since Disney bought them. This is the first one under Disney. I think this is the last one Kathleen Kennedy's gonna do. I think she's out. Um, I honestly think she's out. I don't think that Bob Iger's gonna keep her. I don't know who's gonna run Lucasfilm. People saying Dave Filoni. I don't think Dave Filoni wants to. Neither does Jon Favreau. But I'm happy we're gonna send off 5 movies and so yeah, that's pretty much what I'd say. I give it an 8 out of 10. It really surprised me, and all the people saying that it was bad. It's not a bad movie. Go check it out. It's not a bad movie. It's a really good movie, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was great, and that's Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny. I give it an 8 out of 10. I much prefer this than Kingdom Crystal Skull. I don't like Kingdom Crystal Skull. Raiders is my favorite one. Um, and so yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say, and that's pretty much it. So that is pretty much the end of this live discussion. So 2 days so in 2 days, Sunday, July 2nd, I will be doing Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. You can check on my channel. I've already set up the live stream. I'll be doing it on Thursday. No, not Thursday, Saturday. No, sorry, Sunday. The review on that will be going out. I was actually going to watch it today, but I had to go to college and I had to deal with something. So I'll watch it tomorrow. I promise I'll watch it tomorrow. And my review will go out on Saturday, and then live discussion will go on Sunday. So yeah, so next week Elemental is coming out, and I think after that we have Elementals. I think after that is Indiana Jones. No, not Indiana Jones. Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1. So there's a lot of movies coming out, and so yeah. So guys, thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.